everyone, and welcome to day 2 of Innovation Week at the USAID Higher Education Global Evidence Summit. For those of you who attended yesterday's kickoff, what a great first day that we had. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, you are in for a treat. My name is Jennifer LeBron, and I am the leader of the USAID Higher Education Learning Network, the HELN, which we call the Helen, a global network dedicated to connecting higher education stakeholders like yourselves to the ideas, evidence, practices, and people that can help you improve your work and make an impact in your communities. As a reminder, the Higher Education Global Evidence Summit will take place over 3 weeks with 2 half-day programs each week. The program is designed with 3 interrelated themes in mind: innovation, employability, private sector engagement, and our final day, which we're calling convergence. This week's theme is innovation, which focuses on one question of the USAID Higher Education Learning Agenda, question number 6. How can higher education systems and higher education institutions play a more active role in developing and strengthening of national and regional innovation ecosystems? This question is one of 10 in the learning agenda that we're trying to address. You can see now on the screen the higher education evidence gap map that shows where evidence exists to address these questions. While our presenters and others are sharing really great information in our sessions, we think that you might have some ideas on how to help address these questions as well. So we are going to have something called a resource palooza. What is a resource palooza? We were going to ask you to take a few minutes today during our break to find any documents or links that can help us address today's learning agenda question. So if you could go to your screen and type in Resource Palooza, as you see here, you'll be able to find the board where we're going to be collecting resources, documents, links, any kind of evidence that you have that addresses our question for today around innovation. We'll be sending out a message on the Hoover platform to remind you to join those resources, to show those resources any way you can. Our team will be reviewing the resources you share to help us update the evidence gap map, and we'll be updating the EduLinks website with the new gap map over the next few months. So during the break, take a look for the announcement and join Resource Palooza and share your evidence with us. We really appreciate it. Before I go into the agenda for today, I'm delighted that this summit is serving as the official launch of the Higher Education Learning Network. This event is actually the culmination of a lot of hard work by a great team of people. I'd like to take a moment to thank the Higher Education Summit Steering Group members, which we saw on the screen yesterday, for their strategic guidance and fearless leadership in shaping the program for this event. In addition, the team members at the Leading Through Learning global platform, particularly Julene Heaney, Kim Tommy, and Lori Reed, and many others, as well as the staff at the USAID Center for Education, who have been extraordinarily supportive of this event and have worked many tireless hours to make it a success. Thank you to everyone who's helped us get here. With that, I need to share a few announcements and reminders for the day. We invite you to take time to review the agenda and the content for each week because it's been carefully crafted to inform, engage, and inspire. So to the left of your screen, you'll see a menu of options. Click on Agenda to view all of our programming for each week. You'll notice that each day features networking time before and after each day's content as well. Today's networking session will take place after our closing session, so we encourage you to stay signed on to the Hoover platform today and to join earlier next week to engage in these thematic discussions. We also encourage you to actively use the chat box, and I'm seeing some comments in the chat now of where you're calling from. I appreciate that. We want you to comment and share throughout the day's program. And finally, we ask for a little grace each day, as this is a global program that can come with global challenges. Should we lose connections with any of our speakers or experience any technical difficulties around connection speeds, we ask for your patience. As always, closed captioning is available for this session by clicking the CC button at the bottom of your screen. Now, I am very excited to introduce to you our keynote speakers for today, who are sharing a model for bringing innovation and global problem solving to higher education through the William and Mary Global Innovation Challenge. This student-led case competition draws student teams from around the world who have 24 hours to solve a global challenge. Recently recognized by NATO Allied Command Transformation, the Global Innovation Challenge is led by its president, Thomas Liu, a Gates Scholar and senior at William and Mary, double majoring in government and business analytics, who will be sharing more about this remarkable organization. He's joined today by Hannah Garfinkel, the managing director of the William and Mary Global Innovation Challenge, who is simultaneously pursuing her bachelor's in English and her master's degree in public policy at William & Mary, as well as this year's case competition winner, Isaac Narte, a sophomore international student from Ghana, majoring in computer science at Berea College. With that, I will turn this over to them. Thomas, Hannah, and Isaac, please take it away.
Thank you, Jennifer, for the kind introduction and your team for providing us a platform to present at today's summit. As someone who wishes to pursue a career in international development, this is a tremendous honor. My name is Thomas Liu, and I'm a graduating senior at the College of William & Mary here in Virginia, and the president of the William & Mary Global Innovation Challenge for the past 3 years. In this session, I'll first introduce the goals and growth of WMGIC as a student-led organization and how our model works. Then my colleagues will walk you through and demonstrate a unique experience of fast thinking, nimble problem solving, and crazy dreaming of a global innovation challenge. WMGIC provides an opportunity for students at William & Mary across the United States and worldwide to learn about international and sustained development, and perhaps most importantly, to generate youth-led solutions to pressing development challenges. Our mission statement reflects our goals. WMGIC encourages and facilitates interdisciplinary collaboration and applied learning opportunities among students, practitioners, policymakers, and researchers by bringing innovative and sustainable solutions to solve complex global issues. Established in 2016, our co-founders wanted to provide a space for students to create innovative and sustainable solutions to global issues while challenging the traditional methods of international aid. Through WMGIC, they hope to train the next generation of development practitioners into creative thinkers, unafraid to push back against the status quo. Through our flagship annual case competition, the WMGIC model provides a platform to increase students' knowledge about holistic sustainability, innovative processes, problem-solving methods, policy entrepreneurship, the case study itself, and the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So how does WMGIC actually work in practice? Teams of 3 to 5 indicate a preference among our problem-solving streams of governance, social entrepreneurship, technology, and business consulting. And then students work with mentors to develop proposed solutions to the competition's case topic and present them to industry judges within only 24 hours. The top teams are chosen as finalists. They give public presentations, receive cash prizes, and are given opportunities to apply their ideas and their solutions into the real world. Over the past 6 years, we have grown beyond one annual competition. We are always pursuing to expand our vision of expanding beyond the 24 hours to continue WMGIC's impact outside of the event. For example, we piloted an innovation-driven research model to translate student-generated ideas from the case competition into real-world solutions to tackle pressing environmental and conservation challenges. Our student-led research team first conducted a literature review and received technical assistance from William & Mary faculty, along with judges and mentors from the WMGIC network. The team also conducted expert interviews and designed a stakeholder survey. This process was made possible by partnering and receiving mentorship from William & Mary's Institute for Integrative Conservation and us writing and receiving grant funding from the Green Fee Fund and Global Research Institute Student Innovation Fund. Additionally, this past fall, we expanded the WMGIC model beyond international development into the world of defense and diplomacy, now covering all 3 Ds: diplomacy, defense, and development. We hosted the first ever WMGIC NATO Allied Command Transformation Cybersecurity Challenge, along with the Whole of Government Center of Excellence at William & Mary. We convened students and professionals from over 11 time zones spanning 16 NATO alliance countries to focus on the research question of enhancing NATO's cyberspace, situational awareness, and readiness. Later this month, the project summaries of the 50+ teams who participated in the challenge will be published by NATO's Cooperative Cyber Defense Center of Excellence, CCDCOE, contributing to the larger policy debate. But all of this did not happen all overnight. In 2016, 2 undergrads wanted to create a space at William & Mary to talk about development differently. And after 6 years, we have reached a point where we work with over 35 university units and partners and attract major external stakeholders who believe in the role of undergraduate talent in policymaking. In essence, as a student organization, we are also practicing our mission of fostering interdisciplinary collaboration and applied learning. Since WMGIC's inception, we have hosted over 550 participants, representing more than 60 universities from 11 countries across Africa, the Americas, Asia, and Europe. Student participants have also had the opportunity to network with over 110 judges and mentors, ranging from the USAID, the World Bank, to Chemonics, Choice Humanitarian, Deloitte, Google, the Peace Corps, and you name it. In addition, by closely collaborating with industry experts in their field, the student participants are effectively introduced to the field of development among additional career paths. But WMGIC is more than just a networking opportunity. Our competition's interdisciplinary collaboration applied learning model makes WMGIC a truly special experience for our participants. Because the students' proposals are evaluated in part by their creativity, WMGIC pushes participants to think outside the box, challenge traditional methods of international development, and develop novel solutions. Thus, students have a rare chance to apply what they have learned in classroom to real-world solutions, while also adding their unique perspectives. Our platform demonstrates how the power of creativity and also flexibility can play a role in supporting young development practitioners' professional growth and fostering innovative, youth-driven ideas. Now, I'd like to turn it over to my partner in crime for the past 3 years, Hannah Garfinkel, to demonstrate the WMGIC model and enlighten you with the fast thinking, nimble problem solving, and crazy dreaming of a global innovation challenge. Hannah?
Thank you, Thomas and Jennifer, for that wonderful introduction. My name is Hannah Garfinkel. I am also a soon-to-be graduating senior at William & Mary, and I'm the managing director of the Global Innovation Challenge. We've been talking in theoretical terms about the strengths of student innovation, but for a second, I want to pivot and invite and move into the more interactive portion of our session today. We'd like to invite everybody here today to imagine yourself in the shoes of a WMGIC competitor. WMGIC pilots a unique applied learning model. Student executive board members work for months around the year to plan the competition, recruiting undergraduate teams, communicating with our esteemed judges and mentors, and setting the logistical groundwork for a weekend of experimental, project-based student innovation. Then participants step out of their classrooms and into WMGIC weekend with an awareness of challenges in the real world. And they combine their knowledge with their unique perspective to practice real world problem solving. So let me set the scene a little bit. It's 5 p.m. on a Friday in March. You're halfway through the semester. You've got midterms and yesterday's intramural game on your mind. You're a busy undergraduate student. But for 24 hours with a couple of friends, you set all of that aside to think critically about global issues and practice creative problem solving. The Innovation Challenge executive team has just released the case booklet. This is the moment when you find out what problem exactly you're tackling for the first half of your weekend. The students who are drawn to participate in WMGIC are looking for unique opportunities to interact with real professionals in a field that interests them. They want to study these topics because they're fascinated by them. They get to hang out with their friends, learn something new, and challenge themselves to think differently than they do in their classrooms. And the potential of winning a cash prize doesn't hurt either. This year's case focused on mitigating the costs of sea level rise induced flooding in Lagos, Nigeria. 65% of the Nigerian coastline is moderately or highly vulnerable to sea level rise. And Lagos is one of the top 20 cities internationally, which will be most exposed to coastal flooding by 2070. Inadequacies in infrastructure, policy, and funding have caused unsustainable and inequitable access to water services for citizens. Flooding, erosion, and saltwater intrusion threaten disadvantaged communities and remain prevalent risks to public health and safety. Your team is competing in the social entrepreneurship stream, identifying potential partners and generating nonprofit-based solutions. Your goal is to create meaningful change, to bring awareness to the issue, and to engage with the needs of local communities specifically. So, to recap, your team of 3 to 5 undergraduate friends has 24 hours to come up with an innovative solution to this global problem that is sustainable, environmentally conscious, fiscally pragmatic, conscientious to local needs, and entirely creative. Sound easy enough to everybody? We'd like to give a demonstration of WMGIC innovative thinking and hear your thoughts about the results. In a few moments, we'll be using the interactive platform Slido to collect your feedback. To get a glimpse into the process of a real student participant, I'd like to introduce Isaac Narte from Berea College in Kentucky. His group, the Bereans, was made up of 3 African international students from Ghana, Zimbabwe, and Kenya. They presented an exciting and innovative solution that incorporated plastic waste to create sustainable and flood-resistant infrastructure. Isaac?
Okay, thank you, Hannah. Good morning to everyone. My name is Isaac Nate, and I'm presenting on behalf of my other 2 team members, Joseph Oginga and Liberty Imposa. I'm very excited to give this presentation about proposed solution to the rise in sea level, which is having an adverse impact on Lagos residents. To begin with, Lagos is known to be situated below sea level, which makes the city very susceptible to flooding. In 2019, the African Renewal, an umbrella organization of the United Nations, reported that 28,000 Lagos residents were affected by flood, where 150 people lost their lives. I and my teammates came up with a non-profit organization which we call Greenhousing Corporation, which hopes to collaborate with government and local organizations to achieve sustainable living in Lagos. Our vision is to build a climate resilience community to provide affordable housing to those displaced by flood. What we tend to do is to use plastic waste in the community and combine it with sand to make plastic infused bricks. We are hoping to collaborate with local waste collection companies and local groups to achieve this aim. Once we are able to make this plastic waste, plastic infused bricks, we are going to provide it to local construction companies who build sustainable housing away from the flood zones. We estimated that the cost of building such a family unit house is going to be $8,300, which is about 40% lower than the average cost of housing in Nigeria. We are hoping to work with the federal government of Nigeria to provide funding for this project. Once we are able to build a substantial amount of these family housing units, we are going to work with relocation organizations in Lagos to facilitate movement of people to these new homes, as we know that there may be cultural differences that prevent people from moving. We are going to give these houses on the basis of rent to own, where each family will be made to pay 3 to 10% of their monthly income, or $25 over a period of 15 years. We are hoping to break even when we are able to build 378 housing units and then hand it over to local authorities to take charge. Once we are able to relocate these people from these flood zones, we are going to work with the Forestry Association of Nigeria to engage in afforestation programs such as planting mango trees and salt marshes to provide a buffer zone that will act as against a strong wave action and waves. We are also to create wetlands in the coastal areas. We are also going to work with the federal government of Nigeria to build, construct an overflow dam and build an efficient drainage system throughout the city, which will take this excess water during the flood into these areas to provide a source of power and drainage and irrigation for these people. We believe that the impact of this, in conclusion, the impact of this project is going to be very enormous. It's going to provide affordable, low-cost, affordable housing units for these people. It's also going to restore the local ecology of Lagos, and it's also going to reduce plastic waste in the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac, for sharing your winning pitch. We'd like to ask you to share your reaction to this winning WMGIC pitch. As you are going to see on the screen in a second, we will be using Slido to share feedback. You can see that you can add 1 or more words in response to Isaac's pitch. So please use the Slido link that appears in the Whova chat box to the right of your screen. Click the link to enter your 1-word reaction to the pitch. Once you click on the link, you will see a text box to enter your first word. Another text box will appear for you to enter an additional word if you choose. When you are done entering your one-word reactions, click the submit button. We'll give everyone a little time to start entering their word, and then we're going to share the results on the screen. Look at that. Some people are saying that Isaac's pitch was comprehensive, sustainable, thoughtful. I like hashtag wowza. That's a fun one. Yeah, innovative is coming up a lot. I'm seeing inspirational. I'm seeing creative. Fiscally responsible and possible. That's a great one. Future leader. I see useful in the chat. Wow, this is great. Thank you all for participating and sharing your words and your reactions to Isaac's pitch. Isaac, thank you so much for presenting your pitch. Are you able to briefly share why participating in WMGIC was meaningful to you?
Thank you, Hannah. Yeah, thank you for the feedback. I would want to close by saying that taking part in this challenge was really empowering. And as a computer science major, the experience from this challenge has kind of motivated me to be proactive and to bring change in my community. So my dream is to build a nonprofit organization to help the young people in my community to get computer skills. And I hope this is going to reduce a lot of poverty in my community. Thank you.
I will also briefly add that participating as a leader of WMGIC for these past 3 years has been a really empowering experience. I joined WMGIC as an undergraduate student because I wanted to learn how to become an event planner and a well-rounded student leader. But through my 3 years of experience in this organization, I've really learned the value of collaborative student engagement and hard work. And I've been consistently impressed by the caliber of student work that's been presented at competitions, just like the pitch you just heard.
Well, thank you, Hannah and Isaac, for demonstrating the WMGIC model so eloquently in just a few short minutes, and sharing WMGIC's impact on you as an individual. As both of them just displayed, WMGIC is a platform that brings people together, sparks innovation, and provide avenues to bring new ideas to development challenges. And for me, WMGIC has not only been my primary involvement here at William & Mary, after spending more than 20 hours per week on it, but it has also solidified my aspirations in becoming a development practitioner through organizing the event itself and through our invaluable judges and mentors network, some of them who I know is on the call today. WMGIC helped me secure internships, consulting gigs, and even my first in-country experience this upcoming summer in Kenya, where I'll be working to help launch fintech ventures. Most importantly, WMGIC has taught me how to scale youth-driven programs and work with stakeholders of all kinds to dismantle challenge after challenge. The real value of WMGIC is youth engagement and its contribution to the international development community through our interdisciplinary collaboration and applied learning model. As a learning activity, WMGIC participants harness their unique and diverse perspectives as undergraduate students to create solutions for the real world. Fundamentally, they come at the problem differently from a university professor, an implementing partner, or even a USAID mission director. In a sector where youth voices are not often elevated and considered during decision-making processes, the solutions developed by our student participants tend to work against this existing status quo and shock our mentors and judges with the level of sophistication that their ideas bring. This is why the youth should always be part of innovative solutions and part of the conversation when it comes to leveraging the power of learning in development. Moreover, these passionate and creative solutions often remind our judges and mentors that ideas can be generated quickly, that youth can be smart, and that creativity can drive real change. We hope that you felt the same through Isaac's passion for making the world a better place. After 6 years of programming, growth, and fine-tuning the WMGIC model, we now present it as a powerful youth development tool that connects students' fantastic ideas and innovation to real-world development challenges. And this is why we call on you, the development practitioners, implementing partners, and educators in the room to help us incubate, scale, and spread the WMGIC model and our innovative youth-driven development solutions so that they can be realized in their full potential. Engage with the resources shared in the chat and in the Summit platform. Check us out on our website, read our report, watch our promotional video, and reach out to us if you'd like to partner with us. We are always looking for partnerships to help realize the WMGIC vision of expanding beyond the 24 hours. And we invite you as members of the development community to help us continue the WMGIC tradition of fast thinking, nimble problem solving, and crazy dreaming. Thank you. And Jennifer?
Thank you so much, Thomas, Hannah, and Isaac. This was just so impressive. I'm so grateful for you all to be here to demonstrate the power of young people to affect change if only we give them opportunities to lead. So yes, I agree. If you want to learn more, you should reach out to each of the speakers at the end of the day, at any time today, directly on the Google platform to ask questions or share more reactions and to learn more. Thomas, Hannah, congratulations on your remarkable organization, and Isaac, congratulations on being the winner of this year's competition. Thank you so much. We will now get ready to move into our research and practice sessions. So you'll be joining your session by clicking on the session name in the agenda to the left menu panel. Following the block of our concurrent sessions today, we'll have about a brief 20-minute break, resource palooza, don't forget, and we'll begin a Q&A session with our poster presenters after that. I hope that you enjoy the sessions today and that you come back here for our plenary discussion. We'll be featuring USAID's Chief Innovation Officer, Dr. Takora Jones. She'll be joined by a panel of innovative institutional leaders from around the world. And we'll be back here at 11:15 Eastern Time. And until then, have a great day. Thank you so much.